Hello and welcome, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea, my fellow Pisces. This is our daily vibe message from our guides for May the 15th. Let's see what we have here for our day today. What do we need to see, know, and expect? What do we need to be prepared for? We have the Tower. We have the 10 of Wands. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Lovers. Pardon me, no we don't. We have the Six of Cups. Sorry about that, guys. I always look at this with the two together and I think of the Lovers when I get it. Anyway, it's not. It is the Six of Cups. Okay, let's see what we've got for today. Well, starting off, we've been given the card retreat. We all know what that means. It means to pull back, take time out, and, have some time to just recuperate, rejuvenate, recharge, and also to do some reflection work. Your soul requires solitude right now. So creating space between you and a particular issue will give you a better perspective. Your mind will become focused and clearer towards your goals, desires, and best course of action. Sometimes a physical retreat such as a holiday may be in order. Now's the time to escape, right? Get away. Some of you might be planning a holiday to do exactly that. So beautiful. You can reflect and escape from interference and detach from a group or family conflicts without guilt. Finally receiving peace of mind and stillness and sunshine. So stop, take time, and smell the roses. So don't promise to hold secrets you can't keep either. Privacy right now is important. It's required as matters need to be approached delicately and diplomatically. Even if you want to shout them from a rooftop, take a step back or disconnect from technology. You need to spend more time with yourself and possibly in nature. Okay, so it's all about today taking time out. You've heard me say this before. So if you're at your desk, you're at your place of employment, and you're in a building, brick and mortar, you may need to just get outside on your lunch hour or your break, just to breathe in and inhale the fresh air, a different view, different scenery, even just getting out on the street and the sidewalk. You can just look up at the sky. So it's about you taking a retreat, okay? Just giving time to yourself to breathe in, breathe out, and recuperate. Recharge. Now, we've got the Tower coming in below that, and we know that the Tower is indicative of sudden change, right? This is something that could have been unexpected, out of your control, or you may have had, because, you're so intuitive, Pisces, you may have had that innate feeling that something was about to abruptly change. Often you're very prepared for that, right? If something's happened and maybe your job's become redundant and you don't have your job, or, plans got changed drastically, things like that. This is where you may want to just take time out to think about what you want to do in the future. But sometimes this card means that you now are able to do what you want to do. You may have thought about it, but you had this responsibility that you were involved in to begin with that you couldn't get out of. So now you're free to do that. So rebuilding something brand new, possibly something that you've always wanted to do, and it's going to be bigger, better, and on a firmer foundation. Now, coming in next, you've got the protection card. Now, often this means that, you obviously you're safe and protected and, this type of thing, always prepared for battle because you're prepared, right? Now, he looks like he's prepared for battle because he's in his gear. He's all ready to go and face his challenges. So, maybe you've been on the receiving end of someone's comments, gossip, jealousy, or corporate backstabbing, making you cautious around people at work. You've got honorable intentions, but they are being questioned now about these people around you. So stay on your guard. There could be some activities happening behind the scene. And now let's liken this to the Seven of Swords, right? Let's liken this to the card of deception. So your patience now is being challenged. Focus on your own energy and how you can improve and strengthen your state of being without compromising your personal integrity. So it's, show gratitude and be thankful for what you have in your life with humility and grace. Know that you're safe right now, okay? But there could be things going on behind the scenes. Maybe this person had stirred the pot up when it came to this Tower moment, and all of a sudden something abruptly happens. Now, the the Ten of Wands says you've dealt with a lot of your own personal battles. You've dealt with carrying a big, heavy load on your back, the burdens possibly of your own and others, but you pushed through. Maybe you were really overwhelmed with your workload at your place of employment, or even trying to balance work-life energy. This is a card that says at times you really thought you weren't going to make it. Okay, you didn't think you were going to complete it. You didn't think it would get done in an expedient time and manner. You couldn't see the trees for the forest, rather for the trees, but you get through it. But now what's happened is you've learned from it. And you know you're capable of doing it, but you really don't want to do that and get burnout. So you're going to allocate some of the work to other people. You're going to do better time management. You're going to set up and write out priority lists, tick them off according to importance, and you are going to lighten your load. Things are about to get a little bit easier for you, Pisces. Coming in next, we have the pitch card, and it says, be as clear, concise, and professional as you can be when you explain your ideas to potential associates. Okay, so being able to lay your demands on the table in a clear and concise manner, okay? Letting people know who you are and what you're made of. This is about you, putting out your pitch, putting out your ideas. Maybe you're putting out resumes. Maybe you're putting out proposals. But they're definitely going to be clear and concise so that the other party knows exactly what you're up against. Now, the number 5 is that's my life number, but regardless of that, 5 to me is always a number of change. So again, Pisces, you're about to do something today where maybe something different here. This is what you're doing. You're going to put out an idea that you want people to know about, okay? Now, it might be a new opportunity that presents itself today too, because you've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we love the Ace of Pentacles because it is that card that says, guess what? You're going to hear about wonderful things happening. Look at the garden gate here. Is the grass greener on the other side? Chances are when you get the Ace of Pentacles, that's exactly what it's like. You're going to hear about something coming in that's important, something new and exciting. And this could be a new job. It could be a raise, a financial windfall, anything like that. Okay, so make sure you take the movement and the action to go towards these goals. And remember that abundance and prosperity are possible, but only if you put the work in, Pisces, right? You've heard me say this. You have to put the work in. Keep your eye on the prize and don't give up on your dreams, because you might be out there pitching an idea or going in for an interview today of some sort, letting the powers that be know who you are and the capabilities that you've got to maybe help them make more money. Okay, coming in at the end, you've got explore, and it says, trust your imagination to help you journey through your inner landscape to find what you seek. Well, we know, Pisces, that we have the ability to have a great imagination. We're dreamers. That's innately runs through our veins. And as long as we have a dream, we have hope, we have faith, we have the ability to believe that we can set those dreams into fruition and into motion. So trusting your imagination, trusting those new ideas that are coming in are going to help you find what you need to find and seek. You could be receiving help from somebody who returns from your past, from a distance. You could be in connection with somebody again who may come in with a gift of time, effort, support, maybe love, maybe even money to help you out with something. The Six of Cups is often reflective of you in your imaginary mind, reflecting on your past, thinking about things way back when, possibly as far back as your childhood. So you could be just daydreaming about that too. But often this is reconnecting with somebody you haven't seen in a long time, somebody who's either become distanced from you or live far away from you. But I always see them bringing something of interest to the table, okay, something that you can connect with. This could be closure for you, could be an apology, you could be getting together and just reminiscing about old times. But maybe they're bringing you an idea here that can help you move forward. Well, let's see what else we got here, my beautiful Pisces. What do we need to see, know, and expect with this reading? What do we need to see, know, and expect? What do we need to see, know, and expect? Okay, so our first card is a no. We've got new beginnings. We've got time out. And we've got meditate and manifest. And on the bottom, what do we have on the bottom? We have jumping hurdles. Okay, things are going to happen. So if you had a question, Pisces, you needed a yes or no to, then the answer is no. But I always tell people, it's no for now. Okay? Things could change. You know, we have free will. We can change things in our own life. This is change here, right? So there is going to be a new beginning, because when things like this happen, we create something new, right? We have opportunities here to go out there and do what we want. But the timeout says you're going to take time before you go into this. Maybe, you know, the job's ended or the contract's ended. You've got some time off. You may be thinking about just taking a holiday at this time and thinking about your next move. And while you're doing that, you could be sitting there meditating to manifest what you want. Jumping hurdles is what we do. We don't do anything half-assed or halfway. So Pisces, just make sure you're prepared and protected before you jump into anything too quick. Don't get that excited that you're not ready for it. Okay, my Pisces, my beautiful mermaids and mermen, my sea sponges of the sea, this is our daily vibe message for today. And I wish you a great remainder to today, and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful one. And always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I will see you soon, my beautiful, beautiful Pisces.